Hey guys, here we are. A little side job. I'm at the water park. They're doing some concrete work, and as you see, they sawed through the control cables. Got a nice little expansion joint there, putting it back together. And I've already pulled a couple of new control cables in. They're coming up inside the cabinet there, those red lines. And that's just how they were already routed. So we're going to follow along in that. There's the VFDs running all the pumps on the water slide. And our cables are running in that little trough up top there. And there's the actual PLCs and the controls. The main cabinet, you can see the wires where they come down. They already done me the solid of pulling everything out and taking everything apart. So now I get to sort it all out. But nothing a few zip ties can't fix. So here comes the initial part of getting all the giant wad of cables in those tiny little trays to hold everything in there. And sped this up, just working down through there trying to get all the cables at least mostly back in there. And the machine is still live because, we don't like to turn things off at parks. But moving on down the line, you'll see that's where everything turns the corner and comes into the terminal block. So now I'm trying to track down the original two red wires there and see where they are in that big mess of wires we got there. I found where they were stripped back to, and I reached in there and cut them, and that's so later when I find the terminal blocks that the wires go to, hopefully I can pull the old ones out. Now we're outside here. These are the junction boxes where they all come together. You notice we went ahead and labeled everything. These are actually for photo eyes, is what they are on a water slide. And I'm just stripping everything back here. And we'll punch them down. These are the nice terminal blocks that you press in on the button and then push the wire down in there, and then it bites down on it. And these are the good ones. I like them a lot. I mean, you can really tug. You almost have to rip it off the DIN rail to get the wire to come out. They're pretty good. And those little bitty labels, if you take the time to stick your little labels on there, makes all the difference in the world. Went ahead and ran 2 4 conductors instead of 1 8, just because that's how it was originally. And if somebody has to come back behind me, at least everything will match up with the drawings. So there's junction box A with the first set of photo eyes. And then we move over to junction box B. And we'll speed this up since it's just rinse and repeat. Basically on your photo eyes, you've got power and ground, and then you've got transmit and receive. That's really all there is to it. And we're wrapping that up, and now we're back inside. And I've cut the cables to length, and here's trying to get all those wires in there. And I went ahead and marked them, stripped them, and labeled them on each cable. So a lot of electricians love to put about 17 extra feet of wire in there and then grab zip ties and just zip tie giant wads together. Personally, I think it's a little excessive. I think if your wire reached the bottom of the cabinet and then come back up to the terminal blocks, that's probably enough. And if you don't do that and you wad up 17 feet worth of cable in there, then you get what we've got there, where everything just barely fits. And it's a real pain in the butt to get everything behind them little fingers. And there's me. There's multiple sets of power and ground on that bus. So I just found the plus 24 and 0 volts is always usually at the bottom, at least. And so there we are, punching down the first set. And then we'll try to weave those back in there, get everything in position, and then we'll move on to the second cable. But if you label everything real nice, it sure makes it a lot easier, because I believe there's a little over, that terminal block goes up to 300. And there you see I pulled out one of the old wires because I cut them back to where they had stripped it in the main cable. So when I punch them down, I can grab the old one and pull it out usually, so that you don't end up with a bunch of extra wires in there. Because of course they're all zip tied together, and if you undo those zip ties, you're just in for a big old mess. So there was me pulling out another one. And we're getting the last few of them punched down in here. This is what I have to do to buy more solar panels. And of course they always call me in after everybody else has broke it and messed with it. But we're getting her done, getting her punched down, digging out the old wires. Now I've got them all in there, punched down, trying to get them all tucked in behind there. Because of course there's a whole bunch of extra cables they've added afterwards too, that are just randomly spliced and hanging out there. You can see the splices on them. This is what it looks like after 3 or 4 guys have come in there. Literally about 10 feet of extra Cat 5. And believe it or not, this ride's only a couple of years old. Just imagine what it looks like in 10 years when you got to come back and work on it. Everything's in there, everything's labeled to match. All should be good if everything works. And now I'm just tidying up the top, putting the clips back on there. One thing they could do in these cabinets, if they really wanted to help electricians out, was try putting all the punch down blocks up at head level, so a grown man doesn't have to get down on his hands and knees to try to find numbers and punch things down. But anyway, here's the fuse holders. You see that little red light on? I like these fuse holders. You swing them out, fold the side out, and the fuse is actually right in there, and they light up when the fuse is blown. Of course, when you saw through a cable, you generally blow the fuses. These are all 24 volt. That's why I'm just handling them with my fingers. This is all control voltage. And then you just slip it back down, and it's back online. And there's the finished deal. And then you'll see the control panel here in a second, and everything's green. So we're back online.